Good day. This is Mike Cass, and we're going to spend the next 10 minutes walking through some options for you as far as using Send Secure tools. In our industry today, there's a lot of reasons why we need to be focused on this. Number one is the clients trust us to handle their confidential information in a secure manner at all times. It's implied, even if they don't state it explicitly. The regulators certainly require us explicitly to offer our clients secure transmission options at all times for both incoming and outgoing information. And the third reason, and maybe a reason for elevated concern, is that as TRID becomes the law of the land, it elevates the need for us to document the sending and receipt, a paper trail, of critical loan documents, because we can't schedule a closing in some cases without that verification. And there are some options that allow us to create a paper trail that's visible to all the people that support you, processors, closers, and underwriters. That'll make the service experience a lot better for everybody and help us hit targeted close dates. So let's go over a couple of the basic options, and then we're going to demonstrate one of them. Two things to be really clear on that are not acceptable or viable options. One is Dropbox. It's nice. Everyone knows what Dropbox is, I believe, and it's fairly simple to use, but it is not a secure option for you to send documents back and forth with your clients. Another option that people have come up with on their own as a way to maybe work around our Outlook size limit issues is the use of Gmail. So Gmail is not secure, and it has some other issues as well. So neither one of those options are acceptable in any scenario for receiving and sending documents. There are some scenarios down here that we can touch on. Ways to send documents secure both before application as well as after application, and documents that are from the borrower and documents that are to the borrower. So documents from the borrower before application, you've got encrypted PDF, you've got Encompass fax cover pages, and you have Encompass Send Secure, and those same options are available to you after application. If we're looking at documents that are going to the borrower, on the way prior to application, you have encrypted PDF, you have Outlook encryption plus Encompass Send Secure, and those same three options are available to you again after application. If it's not clear, there's one option that appears in all four of these boxes. We'll spend more time on that. The first acceptable option that we mentioned was encrypted PDF. Fairly simple, to scan a document in or save it as a PDF and then encrypt it. Create a password and then send. It's generally very accessible, fairly simple to explain and password protect. But the cons are there is a size limitation for sending and receiving email. There is no tracking tool when you use encrypted PDF to verify the delivery and receipt. It's going to be sitting inside your inbox, and that's all we're going to know. And there is password communication that has to be done, and that must be done in a secure manner. And you'll still have to scan those PDFs into your e-folders and attach. So encrypted PDFs are one option. Another one is using Outlook encryption. It's convenient as a pro, but as a con, it's not an option for your borrower for sending you docs. There is no automated tracking of the send and receipt. There is the size limit to contend with of 15 megs, and it does require the LO to do the scanning and upload to Encompass. Another option is the Encompass fax cover page. It is easy conceptually to use and explain to borrowers, and it can be used from prospect all the way to closing, and it does deliver straight to Encompass with email notifications. There is no size limit on content, and there is no password or encryption needed. The cons, it's only good for incoming faxes. There is no outbound solution, and the borrower has to have access to a fax machine. So there's a couple negatives to that. The secure send option within Encompass and Ellie Mae has been made easier and more accessible, and I'd like to walk you through that in a minute. It can be used from prospect stage all the way to closing. It does accommodate inbound as well as outbound for the borrower and for the LO. There is automated tracking within Encompass, there is no size limits, and there is email notifications. And the only con, which we can work around now, is that it does require a subject property address to be entered into Encompass, and the borrower then sets up a password for that. What we're going to be suggesting is, instead of a subject property address of 123 Johnson Street, you're going to be entering TBD TBD for your pre-applications or pre-approvals to make this secure send feature work for you. So as a quick demonstration, we're going to go over in a live setting into Encompass. We will open up the pipeline. I'm going to be in prospects, and I just met someone for the first time, and I'm going to send them a pre-qualification letter, or maybe I'm going to ask them to send me their tax returns. So I'm going to set them up with the new account. I'll go through the usual steps of when I create an account of selecting a template. As it goes through there, in a second we're going to get an option to start to complete the record. So we're going to go to the borrower summary screen. I'm going to enter a first name. I'm going to enter a last name. I'll enter an email address. And finally, the only other piece that I'll be requiring to enter is the Send Secure system requires a subject property address. So we're going to make that work by typing in an address of TBD space TBD. All caps, that's all we need to do. So at this point I've done everything I need to get this process started. So I'm going to go up to my tools. I will then move down to Secure Form Transfer. It's asking what documents do I want to send. I will just go ahead and send a pre-qualification letter in this case. I can hit send. So this is the email that's going to go to your borrower. This is your opportunity to type in the address that you're sending to. When they open up their email, they're going to get this same message from you and some clear direction here to click here to visit the website to access the information and set up the account. You're going to go ahead and hit send. And to demonstrate the sequence of emails and the steps that your client will need to go through next, I'm just going to hop over here and look at some of those pages with you. So again, here's the email they'll receive. All they have to do is click here to visit the account. There, they will be asked as kind of a security measure to input the subject property address. Because you input the address as TBD TBD, it'll default to this TBD. The borrowers just need to be told to type in TBD in the box, and then create a password and create new account. Once they've completed that step, they then go to their home email account and they retrieve an account activation email. So all they need to do is activate the account, and they will be taken to a screen similar to this, where they can open and send documents to you securely. So with this completed, your borrowers are able to send you documents whenever they need in a secure way. It automatically puts them into Encompass for you, and you can send documents to your borrower equally easily. And possibly most important is all this is happening and it's tracked within Encompass, so your loan partners can help facilitate the process of closing the loan and follow the back and flow and the ebb and tide of loan documents. If you have any questions on using this tool, please give me a call. This is going to be a critical part of us succeeding as an organization.